Okay, so now all the stuff I'll be showing now is stuff I bought to resell on my eBay page. So I'll start off with this. The vendor that I had bought the copy of the Jungle Book from was charging 50 cents a tape, so I figured I'd get something, two of them, just to make it an even dollar. So I found this, which I didn't know what it was. I just saw it looked interesting, and it seemed like it was some kind of giveaway. But from what I understand, this is like a personal screening, like a video for personal screening, for businesses by Orion Systems, which they're still around, but apparently Clue is long gone. I just thought this was interesting. I don't think it's worth too much, but I might get something for it. 50 cents can't go wrong. And I got a whole variety of random parts to sell. One of them being this. I don't know if you want to consider it a corner light, or I think it's a corner light. I'm not sure what. Maybe the Mustang people will know, but it's off a Fox body Mustang. It goes on the left side, the inner corner light, I guess. But I got this for $5. Even has the bulb socket in it. And the reason I got this one is because I already had the right one, and that I got in a lot of corner lights, turn signal lights, side marker lights, light lenses, etc., etc. I've been having a hard time selling this, so I figured for $5, I have a full pair, and it'll make it a bit more desirable for someone. So, and this I got. Someone just had a huge, like a big pile filled with all sorts of parts, nearly every kind you can imagine, and it was everything in there was $1. So this I've had a bit of trouble figuring out what it's off of. It's new old stock Mopar bumper guard, I assume. I'm seeing dates 91 and 92, so I'm guessing it's something for early 90s, but I've tried looking up the part number. I don't know what it is, but it's plastic. I don't know what it's off of, but somehow I'll figure it out. But it's new old stock in the packaging for $1. Can't go wrong with that. So from that same pile, I got this bumper guard off a Ford of some sort. Don't know what this is off of either. I'm having a hard time figuring out what it's off of, even with looking up the part number. But $1 for that too. I got this side molding trim piece. It says 96 Buick on it, and this I found out is like a bumper, either for the front or rear bumper of a Buick Century, or maybe even a Regal, but definitely a Century. But $1 for that. I got this corner light from Toyota, and at first I thought it was for a 4Runner, but upon closer research, I found that this is actually for like a mid to late 80s Toyota Camry, and they don't sell frequently, but when they do sell, they've been going for like $40 or whatnot, so for $1, definitely a good buy, I think. Let's see. And there was also this. I got a whole right side rear view mirror assembly. I figure out what this is off of. It's off an 87 Dodge Shadow. It's manual, and it does work. So for $1, I can't go wrong with that. And that was, I think that's it for all the stuff I got from that pile. I also got for $1 a piece these window switches, which I recognize them as being Mopar because my dad's Grand Caravan has something similar. These are missing the black covers on them, and there's something rattling in there, but the connections here look good, but not sure if they work, but for $1 a piece I figured it was worth it. I think these are off maybe a Dodge Dakota or some kind of Dodge truck or van, like the Ram van. Let's see, from that I got these all from the same box for $1 a piece. This red signal stat emergency hazard light knob flasher. I don't know exactly what this is off of. I've seen similar ones that were said to be from 60s era Chevrolet pickups, but at the very least this would probably be cool for a hot rod or a rat rod or whatnot. I got this radio bezel, which I tried looking up the part number and I didn't come up with too much, but based on the style, it seems to be for a first generation Pontiac Firebird or Chevrolet Camaro. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what it seems to look like to me. And this was interesting. I got this odometer assembly. It's manufactured by the King Sealy Corporation, which, from what I researched, they made this kind of stuff for all sorts of cars. So I don't know exactly what this is off of, but I can tell it's got age because it'll only go up to 99,999 miles. So this was $1, and it should work if that part is oiled up a little bit, perhaps. But and then I got this vintage shift knob for a 4-speed manual. Feels like it's wood. Almost feels like it's wood. I'm not quite sure, but I got this, and this took a little bit of effort to figure out what it was off. But when I figured it out, I found out that this shift indicator lens assembly was off a mid-60s Chevrolet Nova. I got that and that from the same vendor for $1 for both. So good buy on that, I'd think. I had also purchased I sell loose Hot Wheels cars on my page already, but I haven't really gotten anything new, so just for experimental purposes I bought this one, a Tide number 32 NASCAR, and a Monte Carlo number 27 race car, Benny Parsons, just to see how well they do and if it's worth me getting more of this kind of stuff to sell when the next swap meet comes along. And the only emblem I bought for resale, I avoided buying emblems for resale just because I already have a large flat rate box filled with emblems for me to sell. But I decided to get this just because I knew it went for some money. It's the hood ornament off a 1973 Dodge Charger, which I know they can go for just the hood ornament alone about 20-ish or so, probably more, and I paid $5 for it, so that's the only emblem I bought to resell. And I also bought this radio dash bezel for $1. I was told it was off an 80s era Oldsmobile. I've had a hard time verifying that just because there are a whole mess of part numbers here and I don't know what is what. So if someone here could probably help me out, that would be great. It's got some damage over there on that end, but mounting holes are intact to the radio, so for $1 I think I'll do okay with this. I already sold the 70 through 72 Oldsmobile Cutlass radio bezel. I picked up that $1 for from another swap meet, Englishtown Swap Meet. I paid $1 for it. I sold it for 20. So, and then I got a couple of different lights, like light lenses and all that. I got this one, which I guess is for a truck or some sort, for a utility body truck. Lexan. Not really sure exactly what this is off of, but $1 for that. I got a set of taillight lenses for like a 70s Ford truck or Bronco. I got the set for $2, $1 a piece. I got this rear side marker light, I think. It's off a Chrysler or Mopar of some sort. There's the Pentastar right there. Not exactly sure what this is off of yet. Having trouble figuring out what this is off of through the part number as well. I've got another rear side marker light. This one is from Toyota, and this one I did find, and it's off like an early 80s Toyota Celica or something like that, so $1 for that. I got this rear side marker light, which is off an 80s era Oldsmobile Cutlass, and amazingly this just one of them alone will sell for $30, so I paid $1 for this. I got this rear brake light assembly, I'm guessing for a trailer, or although I looked up one of the numbers on here and something similar was used on like 60s era Chevrolet pickups or Ford pickups, yeah. But I paid $1 for that. And this was cool, well, considering I have a descendant of one, but I got a taillight lens for a 1960 AMC Rambler for $1. I mean, it's got a little chip in it right there, but for $1, it's crack-free as far as I can tell, so probably definitely worth it. And then one of the more interesting ones I found, light-wise, is this Yankee Turnflex light item for, I don't know what it is, but what made it interesting to me is that the lens is blue. Now, I don't know if this is off like a trailer, truck, boat, motorcycle, car, I don't know. I don't know what a blue light like this would be used for, but it was I only paid $1 for it, so I think I'll be okay with that. And then there are two more things left. I wasn't really intending to get something like this, but for the prices, I figured why not and see how well I do. But first one is this is a steering wheel off I was told it was off an early 90s Ford Ranger, but I believe it will also the same steering wheel was also used on early 90s or first generation Ford Explorers or early 90s Ford Broncos, but like this one has the cruise control and all that. Paid that much for it, and it's pretty clean, so $5. One recently sold for I saw recently sold for $40 with 20 shipping, so but definitely my favorite one. I was really amazed at how much these things were going for. But from what I understand, it's a pretty rare, it's also a steering wheel, but it's also, from what I understand, a relatively rare one. So, well, the Jeep guys will probably know what this is. It's the usual 3-spoke Jeep steering wheel, but it's got that horn button, that special horn button, which, from what my research is a special horn button and steering wheel that was used, put on like the Renegade Jeep Renegades, which I mean, it's filthy right now, but and I asked how much this was, I recognized that horn button because I had seen someone on eBay asking like $125 for this, and it didn't seem to sell, so I figured maybe this might be worth something if it's cheap enough. So I said, how much? And vendor said $5, so I took it. And it seems like, even though I don't have a perfect steering wheel, there's like there's wear along the sides of it, and the center emblem here is a little loose. It's not perfect, but perfect ones were selling for $300 or $275, which amazed me. So if I could get like $150 or $160 out of this, I'd be thrilled. But I paid $5 for this. $5, and I'm going to clean it up, and hopefully I can do well on it. Well, that's everything I got. I plan on doing a video like this every time I go to the swap meets, so if you like this subscribe, and if you want to, if you're interested in buying any of the stuff I had I plan on selling, I'll refer you to my eBay page. So, in that case, have a good day, everyone, and happy picking.